Hello everybody, back again. Today we're in Tripoli, Pennsylvania. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this right. Ontelaunee Park. I guess I could say that right. Sounds like an old Indian name. I'm pretty sure it is, like a Lackawanna. But Ontelaunee Park, a place I've come through a couple times, but have lightly researched. I probably should have researched better, but I wanted to do a video on it, and I happened to be in the area today because I was a conductor on the WKNS, which was part of this line. So I was conductor today and just got done. Figured I'd stop by. It's about 8 miles away from the station, which is actually on the same line. The line that WKNS runs on used to come through here through New Tripoli. A little back story on that. It was started off as the Berks County Railroad. It was built between 1871 and 1874, and then oftentimes, as you have it back in the day, not long after it was formed, it had financial problems and needed to be reorganized, restructured, reorganized, whatever you call it, which always cracks me up because like a railroad can be falling on its head and then all of a sudden they throw some fresh money or a fresh name at it or do something and it's successful. But I guess that's how it goes. So then 74, like I was saying, 74 kind of had financial issues, went bankrupt. They reorganized it in 1875. Went through a couple other minor changes and reconfigurations until in 1883, the good old Philadelphia and Reading, later to become the Reading. Philadelphia and Reading in 1883 took over control and leased it. I always thought, and then it was considered the Schuylkill and Lehigh branch, and I always thought it was the Schuylkill and Lehigh branch for most of its existence, but from little research, it was later called the Wilmington and Northern branch of the Philadelphia and Reading. That's kind of new to me. I thought the whole time the Reading had control of it, it was the Slatington and Lehigh line. So I'm not too sure about that. Also, speaking of unsure, this is the replica New Tripoli train station, and I know if you go down this way just a little bit, the former Schuylkill and Lehigh, or the Slow and Lonely as some would call it, the Schuylkill and Lehigh line runs right down through here. I don't know this area super well. I'm actually looking to come back again. I'd like to get a hold of somebody who, from the Heidelberg Historical Society, who built this and maintains this. I'd like to get a hold of him, maybe do a little interview, maybe talk to somebody who knows the good history about the line up here. Well, I know about the line, but just about the Ontelaunee Park. It's quite an interesting place, and as of right now, from what's here now, it's very beautiful. I mean, they got an old barn, old log houses down there. It's a beautiful place, very well maintained, really nice. It's got mail pouch on the other side. I mean, even if I don't get a hold of somebody to interview up here, maybe I'll just come back and do a little more research and do some more, like maybe do a part 2 to this. But anyway, this is the New Tripoli replica train station at the Ontelaunee Park in New Tripoli. One thing said that this was built on the rim where the original station was built, and I doubt that. I don't know where the line would have come through here. I really don't. Like I said, if you look down that way through the trees, the line goes down through that way. I'm not sure where it comes up through here. Isn't really exactly my my expertise. I just know a little bit about the area, and it's really cool. So I figure I'll do a video, and then I guess sometime down the line I'll do a second one, or if I can get a hold of somebody from the Historical Society, I can talk to them and they can tell me more about it. But this, I guess this was built in 2016. This was dedicated in 2016. The Heidelberg Historical Society, which also owns that barn, and they built this. So the Heidelberg Historical Society property built this, and like I said, I'd like to know where the actual New Tripoli station totally sat. But back in the day, the Ontelaunee Park had a park train, as many parks do or did have. I'm thinking, this is from the looks of this, I would say that's probably 2-foot gauge. It definitely looks wider than 15 gauge. I would say it's 2-foot gauge. The park, I guess the park went under in 2000 and the park train was sold. And a few years later it was bought. And then in 2016, after the station was built, they put the park engine in here. You look through the windows and see what we can see. There's, looks like two of the cars from it. Yep, those are definitely the cars. Looks like part of a Model T there. I don't see a locomotive. It's really hard to see through these windows. It looks like a flathead Model T. I think I read somewhere that the locomotive was run by a Model T drivetrain. There's some neat stuff in here. There's some parts of the engine. You can see sitting back there. There's a Ontelaunee Park. I wonder if the line did come through this park originally. Lynport, New Tripoli. And you guys know I'm a sucker for station signs. I love station signs. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell where the locomotive's at, but these are definitely the cars. And there's parts of the locomotive. You can see it looks like what's called a steam outline. A steam outline basically looks like a steam engine, but it's run by a gas engine or batteries. Doesn't actually run on steam. I think that's what that is. There's parts of it. Looks like there's some model train stuff in here underneath the Ontelaunee Park. But it's really cool. This is really cool. A historical society does something like this. Build this replica station. I gotta find out where the original station sat. Maybe when I'm done here, I might take a drive down the street. Because I do know where the right-of-way came through down the road here. I don't know where it came through the park. But, like I said, they bought I don't know what they're going to do with this. I don't know where this engine ran originally in the park. I don't know where it ran. I know very little about this area. I just know it's cool, and I want to do some research and I guess make an introductory video of this, I should say. So you can see the track. They put some track here. This is all new. I don't think this originally ran here. It ran in the park. It's an Ontelaunee Park engine. These look like semaphore poles. As I like to say, that's not to scale. Yeah, those are semaphore poles. Those are cool. I wonder if they came off the Schuylkill and Lehigh. But yeah, like I was saying too, it's interesting. When it started out in 1871, that's the Berks County. Then it changed and reformed itself a little bit a couple times, and the Philadelphia Reading took over in 1883 as the Schuylkill and Lehigh branch. And then my research says it was called the Wilmington and Northern branch, which that's kind of new to me. But most of this line is totally gone. You got the WK&S Railroad, which runs all total, counting the rear mileage track, you could call it, about 4 miles worth of track. It's an isolated section of this line. And up in Slatington, the Slatington end, because this line needs to go from Reading to Slatington. Up at the Slatington end, there's still a little section that's used. Switch stand. Looks like 2-foot gauge to me. Hello. Hey, buddy.
She's just happy to see you.
Hi. What are you doing?
Say hi.
Yeah.
Very friendly.
Hi.
Both of them.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Look at that. How you guys doing? What kind of dogs are they? Oh. Yeah, you guys seem like you like going for walks, huh?
Hey, hi, sweetie.
How you doing?
See ya.
Yeah.
I always run into pets or wildlife when I do this. But yeah, like I was saying, this is pretty cool. My goal is to definitely find people who know stuff about this. I'd like to go in here and do a little interview. This is the kind of stuff I would like to do in my historical society. Build a replica station somewhere and learn a little bit more about the Ontelaunee Park and find out where this train used to really run when it ran here at the park originally. Because apparently the park was around in the early 1900s and it got bought or sold in 2000. And I guess it's reopened because there's a lot of stuff here. And I don't know how far they're going to run this. Can't go too much farther there. Looks like they're going to probably run it maybe up and around, up the hill. That's a serious grade to go up. But this is the kind of stuff I like. It's really neat. Takes a little bit of the old, a little bit of the new. Standard gauge. Actually, that's a little wide. But like I was saying, the part of this line that's still around goes from Wanamaker to Kempton, and then a little southern from there, run by the WKNS, which I happen to be a volunteer / track guy, conductor. Oh, look at that! Looks like almost like a 7 1/4 gauge, 1 1/2 scale. A lot of nice station signs. I wonder if they're replicas or they're originals. Alright, well, I figured this would be a good starting video for this, because I'm going to do more. I'm going to do some more research. We're going to get into this a little bit deeper, this park and this locomotive project they have here. So, alright. I guess that's about it for this. So, thank you for checking it out, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.